Thanks for that live report. The latest developments now on a story we've been following for 7 years. The sentencing of two former Springfield police officers convicted in an off-duty brawl outside Nathan Bill's bar in 2015.
Western Mass News reporter Paris Dunford was inside the courtroom today and brings us a live breakdown of what happened. Paris.
Chris, Jordan, both Danielle Billingsway and Christian Cicero learned their fate today in an emotional sentencing hearing. On Wednesday morning, two men faced a judge to learn just how long, if at all, they would spend behind bars. The two now former Springfield police officers convicted of assault and battery during an off-duty brawl outside Nathan Bill's bar in Springfield back in 2015. And in the courtroom on Wednesday, they received their sentences and learned they would not be heading to jail.
The stain of a criminal conviction endures long beyond any period of incarceration that I might impose.
Danielle Billingsley was sentenced to 1 year in the House of Corrections with 2 years suspended of probation. Christian Cicero has the same terms with a 9-month sentence. This means that the two will not serve jail time unless they violate the rules of probation. Inside the courtroom, both the wife of Billingsley and Cicero delivered emotional statements, asking the judge to consider the children involved.
I just ask that you consider all of those factors. He emotionally, and in many ways, I've seen him pay for this. And I know the victims had, they suffered as well, but I just don't want my boys to lose their dad.
We know that he made a mistake 7 years ago. He's remorseful. I've seen it. I know it. I've lived it with him. But I would like you to try to see him through the eyes of my children.
The government had asked for the maximum sentence of 2.5 years in prison. Cicero's defense attorney, Rich Herbert, provided Western Mass News with a statement that reads, quote, "We were really disappointed to hear that the government was asking for the maximum sentence for a first-time offense, deeply troubled by it. This incident was 7 years ago, and they had no criminal record before or since. They are incredible fathers and hard workers. The government sentencing recommendation was about politics, not justice. We are happy that the judge saw through it." The judge explained his thought process behind this sentence. He says he did not consider the profession of these two men since they were off duty. He also stated that this assault case should not be looked at as less severe just because of where it happened, like the defense alluded to.
But no one should walk out of my courtroom thinking that for one moment I countenance or treat differently an assault and battery just because it occurred in a bar.
These two men were among 5 now former police officers facing charges for this fight. 2 others, Anthony Cicero and Jameson Williams, were found not guilty by a jury. And Jose Diaz is still set to go to trial next week for his alleged role in the assault. We reached out to the office of the Attorney General Mara Healy for her reaction to the judge's ruling. A spokeswoman sent us a statement that reads, quote, "We look forward to continuing our case against the remaining defendants next week." And we did obtain a statement from Mayor Dominic Sarno in which he says he and Superintendent Cheryl Clapper will, quote, "continue to focus on the many initiatives, reforms, and programs that we have implemented in order to continue moving our police department forward." Now, coming up tonight on Western Mass News at 6, we'll have more on the history of this case and how the police department stands now, how it's handled moving forward. For now, reporting live in Springfield, Paris Dunford for Western Mass News.